name is Sorcha and I'm a nutritionist and healthy lifestyle blogger from Ireland. In this video, we're going to look at the connection between sleep and gut health. So there is a big connection between how well you sleep and your gut health. And in this video, we're going to look at what that connection is and some practical tips on how you can improve your sleep and your gut health at the same time. Inside our gut, there lives trillions of different bacteria. And I like to explain it like a kind of ecosystem inside of us. So, like the Amazon rainforest. If there is an imbalance in species in the rainforest, then there is going to be problems. So, too many of one species and not enough of the other. Exactly the same inside our gut. So, if our gut microbiome, which is our little ecosystem, is out of balance, then it can affect our sleep. A major reason why sleep and gut health are so closely connected is there are many reasons, but one of the big ones that we're going to talk about in this video is because 90% of your serotonin, which is a hormone that helps you sleep, is made in your gut. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter, and it is also involved in things like mood, emotions, but it turns into melatonin. So if you don't have enough serotonin, then you won't be making enough melatonin. And melatonin is what helps us get to sleep. It's like our circadian rhythm, if you've ever heard of circadian rhythm. It's when it goes dark, we get to sleep, and when it becomes light, we wake up. And that's a lot of people, if they get an imbalance in their gut, they're not making enough serotonin, so they're not making enough melatonin. It's so important that you get enough sleep for all areas of health. If you don't get enough sleep, you feel terrible. You feel irritable, you just feel you can't concentrate, you just feel unwell. So our bodies need sleep, they need recharging. You should be getting around 7 to 9 hours sleep a night. And surprisingly, getting too much sleep is also not good for us. But getting enough sleep, and it's different for everybody. Some people need more sleep than others as well. A bigger issue that you need to look into, it's like, don't stick a band-aid over it. Find out what's causing the problem. They have side effects, sleeping tablets. I mean, I've taken 2 sleeping tablets in my life, and I was in hospital when I took them. And I remember waking up that one of the nights that I'd taken the sleeping tablet to go to the bathroom. And I was so disorientated, so out of it, that I was trying to get into the bathroom through a wall. And that was when I was like, no way, I can't be taking these anymore. Because even the next day, I felt really groggy and horrible. So it's definitely better for you to get to sleep naturally than it is to take sleeping tablets. Even if you want it, like, you can get some herbal remedies that help you get to sleep, like natural herbal remedies. That's so much better than taking sleeping tablets. Now for some simple tips that you can use to help improve your gut health and hopefully help you get better night's sleep. All of the tips for gut health, no matter whether it's to help your gut health so you improve your mental health, sleep, anything, weight loss, anything, it's the same. So these tips will help you with loads of things. First, and always the most important, is fiber. If you don't eat enough fiber, you're not going to have a healthy gut. You get fiber in anything that grows in the ground. So you've got your fruit, your vegetables, you've got, like, say ground, I mean anything that grows from a seed. Maybe that's more accurate. You've got your fruit, your vegetables, you've got your grains, you've got also nuts and seeds as well are full of fiber. And like, you could do something so simple as changing from white bread to brown bread. That's already adding fiber into your diet. You can get little supplements that increase fiber in your food. You know, they don't taste of anything. You can mix them in with drinks. If you are finding it very difficult to increase your fiber up to the recommended 20 to 30 grams a day, which probably very little people in Western society actually get, and then do it. But it is better to actually eat your fibre from food. You will find that increasing your fibre also will help with weight, maintaining your weight, because fibre foods tend to fill you up a lot quicker, so you will be eating less calories. Also, we don't actually absorb calories from fibre. It's that fibre is food for our gut bacteria or microbiome. We're feeding it with the fibre, so that's why it's so important. Because if we don't feed our gut microbiome, like they're not going to be too happy. They're not going to do us a lot of benefits. That's why fibre is so important. Also, when you're increasing your fibre, make sure you increase how much water or liquids, preferably water, you drink, because otherwise that fibre that usually helps with things like bowel movements and everything will cause constipation. They'll just get stuck in there. So make sure you also increase your water intake as well. Probiotics are something a lot of people are talking about now for gut health. Definitely, they are really important. They are basically good bacteria, so you're adding good bacteria, and you can get them in supplements, little capsules. You can get some really good quality ones now if you look, and mostly get them in like your health food shop or your pharmacy. Be careful buying them online. Make sure they're from a reputable company, and don't buy the cheap ones because they won't do anything for you anyway. But you can get probiotics from your food. So in fermented food, things like sauerkraut, kombucha, kefir, they all are fermented, so they all have these probiotics in them. Now, if you try these things and you don't like them, then it's fine to have the supplements. I I don't know, is the food better? I think, in my opinion, it is always better to get it from the food naturally, because it's not being like in a lab or anything like that. But the supplements, like I said, you can get some really good quality ones now. And they are better than nothing. They will help add more good bacteria into your gut, so you'll get benefits from that. So those are things you want to add to your diet and lifestyle. And then are things you want to avoid. So try to avoid too much ultra processed food. So ultra processed foods is anything that you look at the back of the list of ingredients and it looks like a potion, or it's just 90% chemicals, or if you buy I don't know, something that is supposed to be chicken and chicken is like halfway down the list of ingredients at like 50% chicken, then it's not chicken. So those kind of foods, the things we all know, things that taste so good that you just want to keep eating, they are made like that by food companies. They are high in sugar, high in salt, and saturated fats, which is the three things that, when mixed together in the right way, make our brains want to eat more and more and more. And they're not good for our gut health. And it doesn't mean you have to cut them out completely. If you can, that's brilliant, but realistically, you don't have to. As long as you're eating enough good foods, then having these foods as a treat once in a while is fine. Just don't be eating them every day, more or less. We all know what these foods are. Everybody kind of knows. There are out there are foods that are in the grey area now, that a lot of people, the way they're packaged and everything makes them look like they're so healthy. It's not until you look at the ingredients that you realise they're maybe not so good. But there are all those foods that everybody knows, they're like as far from the grey area as possible. Try to keep them not as a daily part of your diet. Maybe once or twice a week on special occasions at parties. Don't deprive yourself of things that you really like. But if you really are determined to help your gut health and sleep better, have better mood, and maintain healthy weight, have healthy skin, like the list goes on, then it is a good idea to maybe try cut those down a little bit. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so I know to make more of these videos. And goodbye.